Do not start a new side hustle or business in 2023 unless you can answer yes to the following 3 questions. So if you are looking to start an additional income stream in 2023 or any other year for that matter, you want to be able to say yes and yes and yes to these 3 questions. So one of the things I love to do is every time I hear people complaining about anything, I ask myself, how could I convert this into cash? Your girl loves money. And one question a lot of people have always asked me, Eva, how do you know what is the right business to start? Like everything you put your finger on turns into gold, and that is a blessing I do not take for granted. But it's because before I think of starting any side hustle or any business, I always ask myself these 3 questions. So number 1, what is the profit potential of this thing that I want to engage myself in? When all is said and done, I compare all my costs, I compare all my revenue. Do I have something extra to fall back on that will be worth the time, the effort, and all the input that I added to that particular business? So make sure that your business or whatever you want to engage in has a profit potential. So the first question you want to ask yourself, how are you going to make money? So it's very, very important before you even think of, let's say if it's your YouTube channel or it's a blog or whatever it is you want to do, if it's an Airbnb, the question you need to ask yourself, how am I going to make money? And will the money I make cover all my costs, including the time that I put into that business? Second question I always ask myself is it scalable? And what I mean by scalable is that with this business, am I eventually able to make more money in the same amount of hours or even less hours? So that's what I mean by scale. So for example, it takes effort for me to create this video. Right now, it's gonna take me about maybe maximum 10 minutes between recording the video, uploading it, and maybe editing it and probably responding to a few comments here and there. But once it's out and about on the internet, there's nothing else I have to do. As long as people watch the video, it's gonna keep making me money, whether I am sleeping, eating, waking, vacationing. The video continues to generate income for me. So that's something I always look at. Is it scalable? How am I able to continue making money with less effort, or in the same amount of time making more money, or with less time? Question number 3, I always ask myself before I engage in any business opportunity or income generating activity is, do I really want it bad enough? And the reason why this question is important to ask is because it's not for every business that you are going to make money from the get-go. So for example, if it is a YouTube channel and you want to treat your channel as a business, you're not just gonna start making money tomorrow unless you're very lucky. Most people, especially if you're gonna start off with the YouTube ad revenue, you're gonna have to make sure you have 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 hours of watch time before YouTube is gonna pay you. It takes time. So if you are going to be talking on topics you don't love or things you don't enjoy, it's going to be really difficult. If you're selling something you don't like or something you don't believe in, it's very difficult to keep going when times are tough. And that's why I always make sure that anytime I think to diversify my income stream, I have to ask myself, do I really want it bad enough? Because I have learned it is easier to monetize something if you already are passionate about it and you love it. So next time you are thinking of engaging in any business or any side hustle or anything that generates income, ask yourself, what's the profit potential of this? Can you say yes? Number 2, is it scalable? Yes. And number 3, do I want it bad enough? Thank you guys for staying to the very end of this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.